What's up with y'all? Paul Pierce, bro. Paul Pierce talking stupid. Well, not really. I ain't gonna say talking. He ain't talking stupid. Paul Pierce was one of the best scorers, but for him to say what he said, he gotta be high or they gotta drug test this man, bro. Like he tripping. Let's get into it though.
Your man Paul Pierce is back at it again. And first of all, I got to give it to Paul Pierce. He knows how to make headlines. I think the last time he made headlines, is when he guaranteed
Yes, he does.
The Knicks, I believe, and he promised to walk from his house to the studio. Now, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Do that. And even if you did make a bet like that, I would not follow through with that bet. I'm like, all right, whatever, y'all can think what y'all think. I'm not walking from my house to my office, bro. That's the first thing. Then, of course, Kevin Garnett saw him on the road. I don't know how they said that thing, but he made news for that. But anyway, Paul Pierce is back at it again, making some more headlines. And this one has sent a lot of NBA fans into a frenzy. And it has to do with his comments that he made on Speak. They were talking about Kevin Durant and I think his time on the Mind the Game podcast. And then the conversation got into scoring and all of that. And then Paul Pierce decided to step out there and really throw it all to the wall and say that he's the best pure scorer in the history of basketball. For those of you who don't believe me, take a listen to what Paul had to say here.
Clap me with a commercial once again off top. YouTube Premium. Here I come. All right, let's get it.
Had to say here.
Paul Pierce or Michael Jordan? I can score more ways than Michael. Paul Pierce or Allen Iverson? I can score in more ways than Allen Iverson. Paul Pierce or Kevin Durant? I think I got a little more post game than Kev. We got a lot of the same arsenal. But I got it. Paul Pierce or Steph Curry? Oh yeah, I can.
Now Paul Pierce he's a better scorer than Steph Curry. But this man just said he is a better scorer than Michael Jordan. Just let that sink in. Michael Jordan, though. Is he high? Like, bro, and I heard he said Kobe too. Like, he might have a slight argument with Jordan, just because Jordan came up in an era where they didn't shoot threes. But come on, bro. Like, Mike could shoot threes. He just didn't shoot threes because that's the game they played back then. They didn't shoot threes like
that. Paul Pierce or James Harden? Nitty is better than James. My post game is better than James. Even on threes, going to the rack.
Your threes ain't better than James, bro.
Paul Pierce or T-Mac?
Definitely not.
Man, T-Mac, he can post up. He can do a lot of things downstream. Man, I got to the line more than that's on Paul Pierce or LeBron James.
You know you're going to hate on Brown. It ain't even a conversation. Now, I give it to Paul, man. I ain't gonna lie. Him and Antoine Walker, they were some beasts, like in their time. And, Paul Pierce went on to be, a champion. But, like, that's how you feel? You just the best scorer ever to live, huh? Because now you just said you better than Jordan. T-Mac, AI, like, come on, bro. Like I said, I think they should have drug tested him to make sure he was high. I don't want them to drug test him so they can fire him. Just drug test him to make sure he was high. Because then if he said that and he was high, then okay. Then you can let it slide. But saying it's sober, that's when you fire this dude.
Fantastic. So you heard what he had to say. Now, he didn't stop there because apparently, I guess it was during a commercial break or something. They then begin to ask him, they begin to list players like, can you score better than AI? Can you score better than this guy? Can you score better than that guy? And Paul took it this time, I think, a little bit too far because he ended up throwing in Michael Jordan there. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
I was probably the best pure scorer ever in the history of the game. Because I was pretty equipped. When I think about it, I'm just saying, like, I can pull up from the elbow.
Is that why LeBron? Is that why LeBron? See, they still throw, even though Paul Pierce, he give LeBron his props now, but they still got that rivalry. They still throw little shots back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard him talking to KD. I didn't hear the whole interview with Bron and KD, but Bron said KD was the most equipped scorer of all time, or the most equipped to be the best, or something like that. So is that why he just said that? Like, I don't know which one happened first.
Three elbow. I got all that down the three.
All that.
Could you back the
that contest champ?
Turn around.
All of that post up.
Should you dunk?
All of that. I was shooting. I must have been one of the most equipped. Oh, look, here we go. Boom, who's this? To the rack.
Okay.
3 people.
I got you a Laker highlight, but I
Yeah.
get
Oh, let me see. Go over your head.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty.
This is equipped. Oh, you want game winners? Wow.
Okay, so
here we go. Like, I'm trying to figure out.
So so he must be reacting to what LeBron said. Okay, I see what it is.
What's your efficiency?
Yeah, like, I think, when he's talking about his efficiency, because I shot more bad shots than Kevin.
Yeah, you was just
Sure.
You wasn't clean.
No, I shot more bad shots, but Kevin, because he's 7 feet.
They low key used to just give Paul Pierce the ball in the fourth quarter and just be like, go score. In particular, before KG and Ray Allen them got to the Celtics. And he used to just shoot all quarter. If y'all don't know, you know what I'm saying? For y'all that didn't get a chance to see it live, I seen it live.
He can get his shot off on anybody. He don't really see defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why he's so efficient. There's nobody at his height on the perimeter. He changed the way you look at
That's a
the
fact.
perimeter. He pretty much changed the game on the perimeter. Like being a 7'2" guard. You know what I'm saying? That's like,
Yeah, that's unfair, honestly. That's actually crazy. A 7'2" guard, like at 7 feet, you're supposed to be playing center. But I mean, KD's so skinny. KD probably still to this day only weigh like 190. Like KD just slim, you know what I'm saying? But he can shoot though, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, he could shoot, he could dribble, he could back, I see why LeBron said he's the most equipped to be the best, if that's what he said. I can't remember what he said, man. But a lot of people put KD up there as the best scorer. And I see why.
well, the biggest 2 guard when I came in was like 6'5", 6'6".
Dirk was what, a 3?
Dirk was a 4, baby.
Yeah, he was a 4.
Yeah, he's 7. He playing a center. He's a center playing at the point guard, 2 guard. You know what I'm saying? So all his matchups and the way he shoot the ball and get to the ball, he efficient with it. So I can see why LeBron would say that. But shoot, you got to put me in that talk when we talk about most equipped scorers now. Come on, bro. I was probably the best pure scorer ever in the history of the game.
He in the conversation, but is he the best? I don't know, bro. Like, I can't say he the best, honestly.
Okay, there you go. See, you see how he did that?
They want to use history.
That's what I'm saying.
He was very good though. Like he at least top 10.
Excellent. So you heard what Paul Pierce had to say. These comments have sent NBA fans into a frenzy. I just tuned into a show. I didn't finish it.
Yeah, as it should.
He's even more pissed off by the fact that Paul Pierce is so disrespectful. Like, that's the part you can't get over. Like, you mad disrespectful, yo. How you going to say that you a better scorer than Michael Jordan? What about the respect? So that's the angle he was taking it from.
Who said
In
that?
terms of Paul Pierce being the best pure scorer in the NBA, in NBA history, knock it off.
Yeah, like
Knock it off, Paul. Knock it off. You was that dude, knock it off. I watched Paul Pierce's career. Son was done nice.
He was nice.
Before they had Casey
sure.
and all of them, when he was playing with Antoine Walker and all of them, Son was a bucket.
He was a bucket, bro.
Son had to step back. Matter of fact, he may have a point. He's the first one I've seen doing that step back shot. He had a midi. He was clutch as hell. He was game winners all the way up until his time playing with the Washington Wizards. Son was dumb nice. Let's not get it twisted. He could score. He had a mid-range game. He could shoot the three. He could get to the basket. He could finish with contact. He was strong as a bull. I think Paul Pierce was 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, he was
You see
strong.
him go one-on-one with not one-on-one. Mano a mano with him and LeBron James. Some classic playoff games. He was that dude. Like there's a reason they call him the truth. Like Son was the truth. We're not taking that away from him. He was an excellent, incredible basketball player. There's no
You can't
question
take that away from him, man.
In terms of being a better pure scorer, I think that's laughable. I think there were guys playing in Paul Pierce's era that could score more than him. I'll give you an example. Allen Iverson. I saw Allen Iverson average 30.
T-Mac.
That dude is 6'1", 165, 170, soaking wet. AI scored.
And that's my point. Truth be told, AI is probably the best pure scorer because he didn't have the advantage of size. Like he might have been 6'1". I don't even think he was 6'1". I don't know. I ain't never get to see him in person, but yeah, he's probably the best. He can shoot a three. Most people in that era shot mid range. But he could do that with the best of them. He'd go to the hole with the best of them. His free throw percentage had to be like at least 85%. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
60. What is it? I saw him score 48 points in a finals game versus Shaq and the Lakers, bro. At 6'1".
Yeah.
I don't think he was better scoring. If I had to put both of them on a scoring rampage and say go out there and score for like a series of a set of like 20 games, I think AI is going to score more than him. I think T-Mac was a better scorer than Paul Pierce. I definitely think Kobe Bryant was a better scorer than Paul Pierce.
Sure.
Absolutely. Kobe had a motor. I think Carmelo Anthony could score the ball just as well.
Carmelo. I forgot it. Yeah,
I'm keeping it honest with you.
Right.
Kevin Durant, I think he scores easier in terms of KD's scoring, but I would even put KD above Paul Pierce when it comes to scoring. Let's get to the one where he pissed off a lot of people.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Now that one I will not about. That one we won't let go. Because there's no evidence of it. Paul is talking about he has this, he has that. Let me tell you something. Matter of fact, let me talk to these people, man. Let me talk to them real quick. Because y'all don't understand just how good Michael Jordan was. So some of y'all think that when people say Michael Jordan is good, y'all be thinking like, oh, this is good. Now, you don't really realize just how good
Michael Jordan was.
Michael
incredible.
Jordan is really good, folks.
Yeah, he was.
He's really good at basketball. In case you ain't know, or they didn't tell you, Michael Jordan, folks, he's really good at basketball. Like, let me just break it to you. Let's look at Jordan's best scoring year. Forget about the fact he has the highest regular season score and all that. The year Jordan scored 37 was 86-87. On 48% shooting. He shot 18% shooting percent from three. I'm going to get to that number in a second. While shooting 80.
Because again, that's why I honestly think that's why Paul Pierce is saying that. Just because of the three. Because I've heard people say that Kobe is a better scorer than Jordan because Kobe shot threes more or was better at shooting threes.
6% from the free throw line.
Do y'all agree?
With 5 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 2.9 steals. Okay? Michael Jordan led the league in steals multiple times. First of all, let me tell you why Jordan's a better scorer. Number one, he can score over 30 and make an all-first defensive team. Paul Pierce cannot do that. And if you know anything about basketball, you will know that the hardest thing to do is be a two-way player. It just requires more energy.
Yeah.
So for the fact that Jordan could score with 30 and make an all-first defensive team, we end the conversation right there. Because who's exerting more energy and still scoring a lot? So Paul automatically removes himself out of the conversation. By that, a lot of these other guys remove themselves out of the conversation. AI removes himself out of the conversation. Kevin Durant moves himself out of the conversation. And a lot of these other guys. You're now getting into an elite group of players. If you're scoring over 30, 29, 30, and you're making all first defensive teams, you're in a different realm than the rest of them. I'm sorry. We cannot mention you in the same breath because it requires more energy and effort to defend and score. So Paul is not even in that conversation to begin with. I'm sorry to you, Paul Pierce, you're not. Now, let's get to that year where he scored 37.
Okay.
That year Jordan scored 37. I want to give you guys some information. That was let me see, 86-87 season. Great. Do you know how many three-pointers Michael Jordan made that season?
Okay, let me guess. Because again, they was not shooting threes like that. I know y'all young people, y'all see Steph Curry and all them shooting threes. Crazy. They shoot more threes in one game than people used to shoot all season. I know Steph Curry is or almost. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 20. I'm gonna say he made 23s that year.
He attempted 66. Do you know how many threes he made? 12.
He made.
Which means that for every 20 games he was making 3 threes.
Every 20
And he
games.
scored 37. Let's just ponder on that one.
Jordan's mid-range game. I seen the stat the other day. This got to be capped, but I seen the stat that said Sean Livingston never missed a mid-range shot. The craziest stat I ever seen. Now I don't know if it was, and I googled it, and it still said it. So I don't know if something got lost in translation or misconstrued, but Jordan was the best mid-range scorer by far I ever seen. It seemed like Jordan didn't miss a mid-range shot. If he took a mid-range shot, it seemed like he made all of them. Like literally.
Well, let's have a moment and just think about that. The man scored 37.1 points, almost 3.3, less than 3 points away from 40, and made 12 threes in the season.
Crazy. My bad. I gotta do better. Yeah, that's devastating though.
I think we can end the video here. I don't think we need to talk anymore. I think
it's over. It's over.
I think they're on the floor.
Yeah, it's over.
I think they're calling out the stretcher and ambulance because I think they're done.
Yeah.
They scored 37 in a season on twos. Now the question is, well, why did you shoot a three? Because they clearly couldn't stop him.
They couldn't stop him.
They couldn't stop him.
They couldn't stop him, but it was also that the game, it wasn't like that. Like if you shot too many threes, the coaches would take you out the game. Like it wasn't like that in the 80s. And a lot of the 90s, it wasn't like that either. Really the whole 90s, honestly.
In terms of having a more well-rounded game, that is madness. Paul Pierce is not a better post-up player than Michael Jordan. He is not a better mid-range player. He doesn't have better footwork. He's not a better finisher above the rim and under. He is not.
No.
Let's knock it all the way up.
Not even close, bro.
Paul Pierce is not a better offensive player than Kobe Bryant, and Jordan is a better offensive player than Kobe. So you can't get into the conversation. Paul Pierce cannot get into the same conversation with Michael Jordan's score because Jordan was also making all defensive teams. So if you're scoring at a very high rate and making all defensive teams, you're in a totally different classroom, bro. We're not in the same classroom. We're not in the same classroom. Kobe Bryant, for example, made 12 all defensive teams. He led a decade in scoring points scored. Kobe, a decade.
The same decade that Paul Pierce played in.
And was making all the first defensive teams. You can't compare. I'm sorry.
That's the end, man. Shout out to the Dreamers Pro Show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. Paul Pierce, go to the office, get drug tested, just to make sure you was high. Not, this ain't a bad drug test. This it could be. If you wasn't high, then you gotta go. So go ahead to the office, man. I'll holler at y'all.